Hello everyone, Treecks here and welcome to Castlevania Symphony of the Night Part 14. In between episodes I think it's a good idea to actually keep on switching my familiar. That way I'm going to be able to still level them all up. Every single time I'll just take a look which one has the lowest level and I'll actually switch my familiar accordingly. So, say hello to the demon again. He's going to be accompanying us for today. And what we're going to be doing today? Well, simple, continuing with the inverted castle. Can't you see we're actually standing on top of the ceiling right now? It used to be the ceiling in the regular castle. But now it is not. It does make these traversing rooms actually look fun. It definitely looks a lot more funny at least. But we are not here for the funny. We are here because of the castle actually being the hiding place for our good old sorcerer friend Shaft. He is actually planning on resurrecting Dracula. He tried to use Richter for it, but we were able to actually see through his little scheme with our holy glasses. And now this is actually his hiding spot. And we're going to continue finding him. It looks like we're actually going to be needing 5 treasures in order to find him. We found the first one in the anti-chapel last time. But now it is time to explore the rest of this castle and be on the lookout for the other 4. The Necromancy laboratory is going to be our next destination. As you may remember, we actually did the first boss fight in the game. Right in this room over here. In the regular castle, of course. Just like with the room where we actually fought Medusa, bosses are also going to be in the same locations in this castle. And this one actually is another one that falls under the category of nightmare fuel. A giant rotting corpse that's actually surrounded by a lot of giant bugs who poison you the moment they touch you, so make sure not to get touched. The first part of this boss is actually relatively easy, because you're able to easily reach his arms and his legs and stuff. But then things actually become a lot more difficult. First of all, because getting hit hurts quite a lot. More than 80 damage, wow. And second of all, it's a bit difficult to actually reach him the moment most of his body parts have actually fallen off. And after he's taken a lot of damage, he will also start summoning all of these bugs at once. They will actually all start flying at you at the same time. It's also really difficult to avoid, by the way. So yeah, this boss is definitely a lot more difficult than what we're used to. Medusa was still relatively easy, but this guy, yeah. This is definitely a kind of boss where things are not as easy anymore. Because of the high damage output he has. Also because of his attacks not being that easy to avoid. It's relatively easy to die to a guy like this. I think the X sub-weapon is pretty good to actually have against this guy. We're able to actually still hit him, even through his ring of bugs. I'm not too sure if doing it from the platform or actually from the ground is easier, but there's one thing we definitely need to keep in account, and that is moving away fast the moment the bugs start coming. But eventually we will actually get him. Tough boss fight. At least this one still gives us a life vessel. Maximum HP now 398. Sounds like a lot. Seeing how much damage all of these enemies do in this part of the game. I think it is not a lot. This is our reward. Ring of Arcana. Let's go see if that is worth equipping. Bloodstone. Oh yeah, the Ring of Arcana actually increases the appearance of rare items. You might have noticed already, whenever defeating enemies in this game, they sometimes actually drop gear or items. Whenever equipping the Ring of Arcana, there's a higher chance of that happening. And that's clear. So, whenever looking for unique stuff, this is definitely a good idea to equip. Some of the equipment in this game can actually only be gotten from enemy drops. It's not like that every single item in the game actually is lying around somewhere, or is on sale on the shop. Some items actually only appear from enemy drops. And if you're actually a completionist in that sense, this is definitely a good item to get as quickly as possible. In the meantime, I'm of course just going to continue exploring this castle. Apparently this was not a boss that actually dropped another treasure. One of the 5 treasures we need to collect. So we're going to continue searching for the rest. This room might actually be pretty annoying to do. Once again, going to be dealing with a lot of these demons that fly around here. It's going to make it impossible to go upward in this corridor, I feel. So I think it's a better idea to do it from the other way. As you may remember, it actually also connects to the main part of the alchemy laboratory. And here in the Necromancy laboratory, that is not going to be different. So we're going to be doubling back. Make sure to get all of the tiles on the map. Especially in these larger rooms, so it's not always easy to do. And we're going to be continuing towards the secret rooms. Oh, more of these Salem witches. Not all of the enemies that actually appear in the inverted castle are new. Sometimes old ones also still appear. Most of all the stronger ones, of course. Game saved in a new save file. Because it is very unwise to overwrite your old one. Normally it won't matter, but whenever recording, using software that sometimes tends to freeze, you can never be too careful. Now with the main part of the laboratory, be careful for the blade traps on the floors. And also be careful for invisible enemies flying around. There are these butterfly type enemies that float around here. They sometimes actually show themselves, as you can see. But most of the time they're going to be invisible. And it can be a bit annoying to sometimes bump into them all of a sudden. Because you're not able to actually see them coming. Just keep a lookout. Well, boom! Going in here. What do you have for me? Just a life vessel. Well, that's better than nothing. We can never have enough of those. Continuing on to the next part. Done in this little side room. Coin. Still able to grab it. Now moving up. Ow! See, that is what I mean. Sometimes actually all of a sudden bumping into these stupid skull butterflies. And something actually tried to curse me. But luckily I'm actually immune to that now. It's not going to stop the enemies from trying apparently. Next corridor. First, of course, getting rid of all the enemies. Just try to. There's a lot of flames here. You would actually think there's more of these guys actually at work here. But I'm pretty sure it's only one of these guys. Looks like they're also getting more aggressive. Let's go into the secret rooms quickly. Of course, those also exist. It's no secret that the map is a complete copy of the regular castle, just upside down. But every single secret room is still going to be here. Now that is of course the biggest plus side of doing the entire regular castle before moving on to the inverted castle. You're pretty much already going to know where stuff is going to be hidden. Finding all the secrets in the inverted castle is usually something that goes a lot quicker. Since we don't have to do a whole lot of looking. You should already know where everything is going to be. What are you hiding from me? Another sword. A katana. Let's go bring it along. For our collection of weapons we're never going to use. But still feel nice to actually have. Gives us a sense of completion. Moving on. Next big room in the laboratory. First we're going to check out this room down here. Remember, this is actually the room in the regular castle where we found all of the sub-weapons in a row. And all of those tanks. Whoa, hello. I thought I was going to be able to kill you before you were able to attack me, but apparently not. Still need a bit more level ups for that by the looks of it. High potion, so a lot of healing. If we need to. Right, die. Quickly. At least now I know I'm not going to be able to kill you quickly enough, so let's jump over you. and then kill you from behind. Giving me another level up. And now for the main room. Another new enemy. Luckily these guys are not really that difficult to take care of. They're not very fast. Also don't have too much HP if I remember correctly. Take care of them relatively quickly, it looks like. Whoa, hello. I got pushed back into the previous room. Alright, attempt number 2 was successful. Whoa. It's not very intimidating, sir. Going in here. Luckily we don't have to shoot the cannon this time around. The corridor is already open. And then we actually end up at the other side of the corridor where we actually previously backed out. Because of me deciding way too difficult to actually climb this corridor. In theory, of course, still possible. We just need to lure all these enemies in and... oh, I missed the middle corridor. Ugh. I still need to actually climb this corridor. Because going back around is, of course, something I also don't really like doing. But hopefully I actually lured in all of these demons in the meantime, so... They should all be coming down. Or already be down. And therefore make it easy for me to fly upwards. Yeah, looks like it actually wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Here we find the goddess shield. So, I think I want to actually take a look at that. Sounds like something that's stronger than the herald shield, so it probably is. We have the same attributes as the previous one, so doesn't really matter. But it does actually look a lot better, right? Oh, of course, these guys have all respawned. I should have known. Oh, and I'm going to get pushed down, of course. Why am I not surprised? There's things surprising me in this game that shouldn't be surprising me. Please leave me alone. No! Oh, come on. 1 hour later. Jump. Fly. Looks like that was everything. Oh, no, there's still one more. Get away from me. Get him, my loyal familiar. Alright, another group actually taken care of. Hopefully those were the final ones. Stay away from me. I'm going to put my feet back on the ground so I can take care of you. Ow, dang it, grab me. I'm still able to actually kill the other one in my rage mode. Okay. So, 3 hours later. We're still trying to fly up this corridor. Oh, and I thought I was being smart a minute ago. And I still end up actually needing to do what I was fearing. Climbing this corridor with stupid imps in the way. Let's go kill you guys. Looks like you actually dropped an item for me. Obsidian sword. Going right, I guess. Another new enemy, by the way. Let's go take a look if you are worth destroying. Does not look like it's very difficult to destroy him. Mana Prison is the item you can pick up at the other side of this corridor. And... going in here. Let's go clean up this room. There's plenty of guys to actually kill by the looks of it. You! Resist dark. And then the other part of the room, only one more enemy. I think that was actually it for the alchemy laboratory in reversed form. There's still one more corridor, of course, that we actually see down there. And that one I'm deliberately going to skip. That is going to be a part where I'm going to be connecting to later. Remember the Colosseum and all Roxas quarters that actually are part of the castle over there. We also still need to explore. And that is going to connect to the laboratory, and it's also going to connect to the chapel. Next up, the reversed entrance, where we can actually find skeletons that are able to throw bones around in a way that is not pleasing me. The heart vessel actually pleases me a bit more. Phew. I need to actually do some saving. And of course also some healing. Max HP is now over 400. Still need to make sure we actually stay as high as we can with this hard part of the game. You can never be too careful. Now let's go continue exploring. Moving towards the right wall. Entering the warp room. Slide into the warp room. Now we also have the castle entries warp room available to us. Second one we actually have on the map. We're able to actually warp back towards the reversed keep if we want to. Because of being able to actually explore the castle for the most part, we pretty much have the most upgrades already in the game, so there's no real need for backtracking as much as in the regular castle, therefore. The use of the warp rooms is therefore a little bit less, but still handy to have, of course. Let's be honest. Let's go in here. This is actually one of the rooms I forgot in the regular castle. Here in the reverse castle, it's actually the home of a talisman. I believe this is actually a luck-based item. I'm not exactly too sure what its exact use is. May absorb damage taken. Yeah. Therefore saying it is an item that sometimes actually makes the damage 0 whenever getting hit. But not always. It's indeed a luck-based item. Kinda remembered that. Let's go check the map for reference. This is going to lead towards the reversed marble gallery. This is the end of the pathway towards the giant corridor. It actually goes under the marble gallery. Don't actually have to go here quite yet. Let's go get the traversing corridor on the map. And let's go continue. Oh, be careful with this guy, by the way. He makes use of a pretty awesome looking Kamehameha, but it's very deadly, so make sure not to stand in his path. And then we can actually move into this room. In the regular castle, this is actually the part where Death stole our gear. Someone we still have not found yet, by the way. The guy that actually stole all our gear is apparently also hiding in this castle, and not the regular one. Life vessel in the same location where we also found one last time. And then continuing even further towards the entrance. It is not the place where we started, but it is still the entrance of the castle. The part where we entered it actually does not matter. What the hell are you? Some sort of bird? Oh, whoa! Dancing dragon. For some reason that is the first thing that comes to mind. Strange enemies. It's probably not going to be the only one. Just try to not move too fast. Yeah. There's also 3 men riding us, by the way. Looks funny whenever we knock him off. Definitely worth it. Now entering the main room of the castle entrance. Remember, with the giant rock where we can actually go through. If I'm not mistaken, the secret is actually obtained in the same way. You actually need to go from right to left as the wolf, and then from left to right again as the bat in order to get in here. The notes actually say the secret is still here, but not how to get it. But I'm pretty sure there's a reason why I did not put it on here. And that is because of it being the same solution. Break the wall. I said break the wall. Then move back again. Oh, not as mist, but as the bat. And that way we should still be able to get in here. Yeah, look what we have here. Awesome. Zircon, Opal, and Beryl Circlet. Now, going in here. Not in here. This one I meant. That other room we're going to do last, because there's a safe room over there, as you may remember, from the regular castle. Therefore I first want to do the entry part of the castle. Oh, hello. Apparently if you take out the Fleaman Rider, the dragons will start flying around normally. Not actually bouncing on the floor, but actually flying around. As you would expect from a dragon. Oh man, whoa. It's getting a bit too crowded in here. Yeah, these guys are a lot more difficult than I make them look. Trust me, these guys are still very deadly if you don't know what you're doing. Thank you for the help. Actually, recruiting dragons is a pretty funny thing to do. Can also be very helpful. Let's see what we have here. A hammer. An anti-venom. Nothing too spectacular, therefore. Let's go get all of the tiles on the map. And we are done in here. Welcome to the entrance of the castle. If only we were able to actually leave it from here. Sounds like fun, actually exploring the world upside down. Allow me to quickly skip this room. I've already done it, and don't really feel like wasting a lot of time going back here. Let's cut towards the room where we were at, so we can quickly go to the save room and end the episode. Ow, ow! I'm getting knocked back now. Ah, come on, this way is going to take forever. Ah. Well, at least I've got the dragon. So it's still going to be worth it, hopefully. Okay, one more corridor. We know the safe room is going to be at the other side. Make sure to be careful for all of the enemies that can still kill you here. Especially the green skeletons. Those are the ones we need to look out for the most. All of the other guys are not going to be that noteworthy. No, you don't. Throwing flowers at me, how dare you. Give me your experience points. I'm not done with you yet. Thank you. I know I'm almost dying, but I'm not going to heal. Because I also know a save station is nearby. Right. One more room. The item you can pick up over here is a fire boomerang. Sounds very interesting. But right now, I don't really care. And I just want to save my game and call it quits. Thank you all for watching. Look at all of the progress we've made. Because of the way the inverted castle actually works, exploring it, luckily, actually goes a lot faster. But it is therefore not going to be easier per se. The enemies are a lot more difficult we need to deal with here. So, the challenge is still here. And finishing it, we surely will. But next time we will continue. And I will say, Treecks out!